This is Uncorked and Unfiltered with Darred and Veronica. We're breaking down life, current events, and all the messy stuff in between from two totally different perspectives. Nothing's too awkward. Nothing's off limits. Let's talk about it. Well, I think first we can just say that the reason we're here is because we're sick of this corporate shit and we keep getting laid off, like a lot of people out in America right now.
Keep getting laid off and can't find a job.
Yes, and can't find a job. How many jobs have you applied for?
I have that all written down.
Oh.
Since July 1st of last year, and I just pulled up these numbers today, I've applied for 255 jobs. I've got the sorry email 101 times, ghosted 153 times, and interviewed twice. Wait, interviewed 3 times. One of the first
different companies.
2 different companies. One company was once and never heard back after the interview, and then 2 different jobs at the second company.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So yeah, that's a lot, and it's exhausting because now I'm waking up every morning to about 5 sorries.
Yeah, 5 you fucking suck.
You suck and fuck off, and it works. It is great for your mental health. Getting those.
Mental health,
Yeah. How many jobs have you applied for?
So I think I'm in a little bit different space than you are. I am very much not interested in working for the man. Like this most recent one that I was just telling you about, the recruiter reached out to me. I didn't apply for the job.
Oh.
I have been applying. I'm not keeping track. I already told my husband that because I had a feeling that this separation from my most recent job was coming, and because I had been laid off twice before, I was like, if I get let go again, I'm done. Like, you're gonna have to support the family. I'm a housewife now.
Oh. Well, it's good that you get a bigger unemployment than I do.
That is true. Mine's like twice as big as yours.
Yeah. Yeah. Because mine's only $420 a week for California. Isn't that crazy? How is somebody in the most expensive state in the United States able to live on $450 a week when if they live in Los Angeles or San Francisco or San Diego? How do they even afford anything? And they wonder why there's the homeless epidemic.
Yeah.
And that's it's the biggest mystery since I hit unemployment here is who can live off of that. You can't.
No. And you even made more money than I did.
I did, yeah. That's where it's a state thing. Unemployment's state. And so California, I think I read somewhere in the 80s or somewhere where it had been only chosen for $450 a week. I don't know who voted on it and who put it together, but
that's insane. Because that's the max, right? $450?
That's the max, yeah.
Because I think the max in Washington is $1,000.
Is it? It must have went up because
I'm not at the max.
When I left Washington, unemployment was $780 max a week.
Oh, maybe I'm just making shit up.
I don't know if they changed it. But yeah, job searching is great.
It's
It
debilitating.
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 Yeah. Like I said, I
Yeah.
just it. I've gone through the tailor my resume for specific
Hmm.
um, positions. Nothing. Well, and I found out why I got no hits off of that because the site that I was using, when it would parse the information into a website, it would leave out the F's. So no, no, no. Anytime it went into a parsing system, it left out the F's, and so I,
What the fuck?
I think it flagged that oh, what, this is not complete. So, and yeah, it so I stopped using that, and that was a paid site. I think I was paying $30 a month
Oh my
to,
god.
to find this job, and I'm gonna get every resume um, uh, tailor made for it. And with that, let me just pull it up here really quick of how many I did. Um, I can't even.
Well, I don't know. Is that worse? A
It.
resume with no F's, or that one time I applied it for a job with your resume?
Oh, right. But you got that job.
Yeah, they emailed me, and I got an interview out of it.
I forgot about that. And I didn't even. Oh, because you helped me with my resume
Yes.
few years ago, or even more longer than that, and so you just had it on your computer.
Yes.
Yeah. So, 20 positions I applied for with using a website to tailor my resume for specifically for that job. And, and I will say that the first time I used it and sent it off was the fastest I heard back from a company. It was within 30 minutes. Fuck off. And I'm like, wait a minute. My resume was supposed to stand out because it hit all the trigger words, and that was the fastest I heard back.
Yeah, because they looked at your resume and was like, this guy doesn't know how to spell. He leaves the F off of everything.
Yeah, so like confident, content, it, and shit, just a ton of a lot of words have F in your resume. Well, those didn't, but a normal resume. So,
God. I tried that app, Sprout. Have you heard of it?
no.
It's like Tinder for jobs where you can swipe. so you so you upload your resume, like all your information, and then you tell it what jobs you're looking for, and it will put the jobs in front of you, and then you can swipe left to not apply or swipe right to apply, and it just sends the information. But it's not free, so I tried it out for
Oh,
$20 for a month,
yeah.
and I got they limit how many jobs you can apply for, so I got, I think, 80 jobs I could apply for. I haven't even used half of that because it's all shit jobs.
That's what I was just gonna say. Like, I wonder if it pulls from the websites and it pulls it into the app, or if people put their shitty jobs into the app so people can swipe.
Yeah, like it's probably worse than LinkedIn when providing like jobs that they think you're capable of doing. Like LinkedIn will be like, here, apply for this brain surgeon job. You meet all the qualifications.
Right. Start applying for them. Hell,
Start
you never know.
applying.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing I've learned about LinkedIn is that it's Do you pay for the premium LinkedIn?
Um,
Is that what it?
no,
LinkedIn
I think
Premium.
it's really expensive.
I pay for it.
I pay every once in a while. I'm
Think.
I'm on a month right now,
Oh.
that I paid. I really just like to pay just to see who looked at my profile.
Oh, right.
Because I can be in stealth mode, and if you have premium, then you can see who looks at your profile. But if you're in stealth mode and you don't have premium, you can't see who looked at your profile.
Oh. Maybe that's why I got it. But I change my headlines like every few weeks. That way it will hopefully trigger different companies to look for it. But that's where I've heard that um, that there's like 1 billion people on LinkedIn, and so by the time you see a job, it's gone basically.
Yeah.
And so, and that's where I think it was. It's called a purple diamond or purple. I can't remember what it is, but where like you're considered a purple whatever. Um, it's like we should know about this stuff if we're gonna talk
I'm
about it.
barely able to get online to record this podcast. So.
um, but can you still see me?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. Um, I had wrote to a past colleague for a recommendation. They never replied, but they were HR, and so that's where I was emailing them to try to, become the purple, whatever it is. But then I've also heard that LinkedIn does a lot of like searching and hiring that way, where they don't even post jobs, where the the companies basically just search LinkedIn to find who they want.
Yes, I've been hearing that too, where because the job market is so saturated that companies aren't posting their jobs, their recruiters are going out and looking.
Yeah.
And I meant to tell you this. I have my open to work set just for recruiters instead of for everyone. Did you know you could do that?
Yeah, and I don't remember if I have that or not.
It's not because I can see it.
Oh.
But I get more recruiter traction on my LinkedIn having it set that way than I have in previous times.
Let me go to my profile. What is it? It's in that top. Oh, open to work. Oh, mine is to all LinkedIn members.
Hmm.
Oh. Let's do recruiters only. Save. Well, and that's why I try to make myself really relevant on LinkedIn. So I do those games every day. So that way it shows like I'm using it. I'm an active user. So if somebody finds me, because I guess that's the other thing too, is that so many fake accounts on LinkedIn just saturate jobs. Or
Hmm.
if somebody looks for their a fitting for their post, they are just saturated with these fake accounts, and so that's why you have to really make yourself stand out and be engaged, so you look like a real person, and become a purple squirrel is what they call it. To
I have not heard of this.
yeah, and so that way you stand out more as if you become. I don't think it's if you become it's to become the purple squirrel is you have to stand out. Make sure you have
Hmm.
keywords and verbs and punchlines and uh, um, make yourself stand out. And yeah, and that still doesn't work. Nothing works.
Nope. I'm in the blow up my life phase. I'm not. I am less stressed about looking for a job than I was when I had that job.
Well, eventually you'll get bored and want a job.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I want to work, but I don't want to go through all the ups and downs and
Yeah.
the emotional, like, from your last experience, if you go through the interview process and you're like, man, I'm rocking this, like, and you, and the hope that you have while you're interviewing is such a high, and then to not get it, just, it's so debilitating. It just, like, kills you.
It's really shattering because, I mean, you know this too, is that, like, oh, I know I've got this job. And so then you already know what, you kind of figure out what you're going to make. And then you already start spending the money you don't have. But you're,
Yes.
And then,
like, I need new shoes for this virtual job.
yeah. And then you already start thinking of, like, well, what am I going to wear? Is my wardrobe good enough, or do I need to buy a whole new wardrobe? Because you're just counting on these amazing interviews, and then you get the fuck off. And so it's not just that you lost the running to get the job. You aren't getting the new shoes. You're not getting the paycheck that you've already spent. You got excited about clothes. So it's not just not getting the job. It's your life is a big old no again. And so it almost feels like getting laid off again when you get so far into the interview. You can't, it's hard to recover. And so then you keep applying and applying, and then you get these other no. So then, yeah, it's a vicious cycle, and it's tough.
Exhausting.
Yeah, and there's more people in worse situations out there that, I am thankful I, own a home and, have a savings account, and I can live off of that. But when you go back to the unemployment, there's people that, end up having to get a job at, a gas station or just wherever they can get a job to get some money, but then they don't. That's what they're forced into. They're not happy, and and have to make a whole new lifestyle, and that's kind of been my scare lately too. Is like, well, shit, am I gonna end up at In-N-Out or what? So
The question is, what kind of discount do you get on food at In-N-Out if you work there?
I don't know.
Hey, Dick's pays really well. They pay like $22 an hour.
Dick's?
Yeah.
Well, and they have a ton of restaurants, kind of like In-N-Out.
Yeah. I mean, In-N-Out wouldn't be the worst place to work. You should go work at Costco. I'm trying to do that.
I don't want to work at Costco. My thing with Costco, my history, I did, 11 years of customer service. That's not me. And that's what really kind of broke me too, is in that profession, the customer was not always right. So that's how I learned customer service is, unfortunately, you're not right, and this, is how it goes. So trying to get into a customer service job now, I just don't think I could do it.
Well, a lot of the companies are using AI for their customer service stuff.
Oh, In-N-Out pays 21.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well,
AI is another thing. Is I follow a few career coaches, and the one has talked about how she can get like 100 to 200 resumes for one position, and her job is to scale it down to 10, invite them in to meet with her, like a recruiter level, and then make it down to 5, so that way leadership can, have a chance to figure out, which of the 5, and then they usually put it 3 forward, but there's always one winner, a backup, and a iffy one. And I'm just like, everyone's saying all this AI stuff. Well, it's a lot of places do run your resume through an ATS, but it's not as prevalent, and it's not as widely used as people think, is what she has said.
What, ATS?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That, yeah, it does go through it, but it doesn't mean that they automatically kick you out. It's people still have to read your resume, and they spend about, I think she said 5 to 10 seconds on it, and they're just scanning it, and then not sure.
Yeah, they're looking at job titles, and they're looking at keywords. That's why I have changed the job titles on my resume.
Well, that's why I was using that website to get keywords with no Fs. So it was like that's what it was supposed to do, but yeah, I guess, changing job titles, like, some of the people that I worked with years past aren't even around anymore.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's not. If you need to change your job title to better match what your actual job was, so that you can get traction on applying to jobs, it's not lying. It's not like you're lying about what you did. Like when I worked at that one place, and my job title was customer happiness manager. What the fuck kind of title is that? I'm going to put that on my resume? No, I put customer support manager. It's the same fucking thing.
Oh, right. Yes.
Or when I had that other job and it was service delivery manager. Well, a lot of service delivery managers are more like tech, where they're putting out much more technical, not an actual like vendor manager, which is what I was.
Gotcha.
So it makes more sense because it's not as transferable to other companies. Like some of these companies, they just make up these ridiculous titles.
Well, I get that, because that's where, like, my job was, the title was schedule change specialist.
Yeah.
And that does not transfer to anything else. So I do it as a schedule change analyst, because the analyst will get a little bit better traction, I think. But now that I think about it,
or just put like transport analyst.
That's what I was going to say. Like, now thinking about it, I should put transport analyst, because that's what everyone else was titled.
Yeah.
Weren't they titled?
I think on that one where we worked the same, I have put escalation specialist.
Yeah, mine. I need to change mine, because I have schedule change analyst, but
I don't think your job title should be specific to the industry.
Right. Yeah, because that's where you read that, and then you read my bullets underneath. It doesn't really match, because I've analyzed data and all that. So I do need to update that, because that's probably throwing people off.
Yeah. Write that down. God, what would you do without me?
Not Anna.
All right, so that was the long answer of why we started a podcast, because we're unemployed and need money. So please continue listening. summarized version.
Yes.
But let's get to the fun stuff. I have, as you know, I get all my information from TikTok, as you do.
Oh, right.
So I have a video that I watched, and I thought, you know what, this can explain why we don't have friends. So.
Yeah, there's that issue too.
Yeah. So, this video was, it said that you could have these 5 traits. Like 73% of people who lack in the friend department, for lack of a better term, have these 5 traits. So the first one is, and let's see if you have this trait.
Okay. Did you write them down?
I did.
Okay.
That's what I was doing when I told you 1 sec.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm a procrastinator. All right, so first one. They called it stuck in observation mode. So basically an overthinker. You're performing autopsy on conversations. You're too analytical. You're like picking things apart. Conversations that you've had with people, interactions. You're just being way over too analytical about it.
I agree.
So you have that trait.
Yeah.
I also have that trait.
And it's funny, as I was talking to another friend, and we were talking about me not being very social. He goes, because and this was before even this topics and stuff, is that I listen to people and try to prove them wrong.
That is actually, there's another one on here.
Oh, is that what it is? Oh, yeah.
Individualist dilemma. So you don't follow crowds. You question everything. You think for yourself, which is a problem in relationships because people bond through mimicry. So, like, if they have stuff in common, if they all believe the same things and nobody's questioning it, you bond, and that's how you build that relationship. So when you are trying to pick fights with every fucking person you meet...
I know exactly who you're talking about. You know what? She got fired and now she's dead, so...
So, yeah. That is number 4. So
okay, well, let's go back to the first one.
Okay, go back to the first one.
Where...
So your observation mode.
Yes. I do like to observe. I'm very observant. And if I'm in a crowd, it's a little bit like ADD too, because I'll count how many people are in the room and see what they're doing and what they, and then I just like observe them and like, oh, they'd be fun to go talk to, but I just can't do it. So it's tough. But then, with all my other friends, few of them are just social butterflies. Go to a bar by themselves and say hi, make friends, or just could walk into a place and become instant friends with people, and I just stand back, and so I just observe, and we can bookmark that because I think I know why for myself. I am very guarded against people, but that could be another topic.
Is that another episode?
It is another episode because it's like...
Are we going to get deep?
Childhood trauma stuff.
Childhood trauma, all right.
Yeah.
The second one is smells fakeness from far away. So, okay, I wrote this down, but now I can't remember how to say it. Machiavellian perception? Machiavellian?
Machiavellian?
Yeah, perception. The ability to detect performance. Refuse to play that game. Don't validate people because they need it. And that you're hard to read. So people think, they can't connect with you. This, for me, is why I think I have a hard time in corporate America, because you really have to fake it to make it for real.
Well, in corporate America too, it's a lot of you have to be a yes person,
Yes.
and so yeah,
We are not yes people.
no, yeah, and that's I guess maybe that's my problem.
Yeah, like faking the relationships, like faking that you like somebody just because you work with them. Like, I can't do it.
Right, and the whole feeling if someone's fake. I've watched too much Judge Judy, and she always says, if it doesn't make sense, it's not true. So when someone starts telling me a story about something, and in my mind, if it doesn't make sense, I'm just like, I'm done. Like, hurry up. I'm just gonna sit here and observe because this person's a liar, and I just don't want to hear it. So,
Yeah. All right, number 3. Okay, we've already talked about this before over text. So independent, you've made yourself irrelevant. So your dismissive detachment disorder. You think you're being strong. The people around you think you don't need them, and they say that in a relationship, people want to feel needed.
right,
Which I call bullshit, because the very few times that I have like dropped my guard and asked somebody for help, I've always been let down.
right.
Like, if there's people out there who want to feel needed in a relationship, send them my way. I need people like that in my life.
Yeah, well, that's just it too. Is like I, you know, ask for help and get let down, or they want to do it their way, and that's where I just, I will never ask friends to help me move. I'm just gonna get movers and do it because I don't want to put myself in that situation of like needing somebody because it wasn't because I watched that video too. Didn't it say something about feeling weak when you need somebody?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's, people don't like to show their weakness, and so
Yeah.
they just don't show that they need somebody. But then when you have friends who const who constantly show you that they're there for you, it's a little bit easier. I mean, because there's people that I would never ask for help because then it's always, what do I get in return?
Yes.
And so,
You don't want to owe people.
yeah, and and that's a good topic too. Friendships and the diversity. Okay, what was number 4 again?
4 was
Or did we finish
the
3?
don't follow crowds. Yeah, I think we're done with 3.
Don't follow crowds.
Yeah, the questioning
Yes.
everything.
Right.
One thing I thought was interesting was that there's some brain chemistry in people where if you meet somebody who questions you or questions your ideas or what you believe in, that you're viewed as dangerous, not necessarily a critical thinker, which kind of I feel like is very obvious in our current climate of how we are today, with being so divided as a country.
Yeah, no, I agree. it, yeah, just a little off topic. I saw a protest sign that said, "Believe your eyes, not the court, not the current, or not the administration lies," or something like that.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah.
I add that to one of my signs.
I was gonna tell you, you need to add that because
You need to text that to me because I'll forget.
yeah, I can't remember exactly, but something, believe your eyes, not the administration lies or government lies or something like that. So
Yeah.
add that to it, which, yeah, it's another topic.
Okay, and then last one, the emotional translation error. So like you're very dedicated about people, you're like loyal to people, you care about people, you'll do anything for your people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when asked to speak of your feelings or emotions, you're very distant. Like you don't want to talk about how you feel, you don't want to share your emotions.
Yeah, and I I honestly think that goes down again to like childhood trauma type,
Mm-hmm.
because it and just getting questioned, nobody likes to be interrogated for stuff, and so yeah, I shy away from it. Because last thing, well, why'd you do that? Why are you going there? Why are you hanging out with them? Why, it's like, none of your fucking business. Like, leave me alone. We're not dating.
I know who you're talking about.
We're not dating, so stop asking me these questions. So
Even if they were dating, my husband asks me things, and I'm like, "Who are you?
yeah.
Who do you think you are asking me what I'm doing?"
Well,
But you know what I really get from this list? We are not the problem. The problem is these people with their high expectations of us. Like, let me be me. Like,
Right.
Why can't we just be friends? Why do you have so many rules?
exactly. And let me be okay doing stuff alone.
Yeah.
Those memes of like what is it? A casket falling down the stairs because they didn't have 6 friends to hold it for them. Something like that. Or moving on a chair with wheels and, because they don't want to
Yeah.
ask for help. And, it's, yeah.
Yeah.
That was all 5 of them?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I like these lists because it makes me, when I can relate to it, it's like, oh, okay, I'm not alone. Like, I'm not the only one who's like this. There's actually, like, research behind this. Although, I did no research for this. So don't come for me. I get my information from TikTok. It was a TikTok video. So this isn't, like, actual science, people.
Well, it was a TikTok
I mean, it
video.
could be. I wouldn't know. I didn't
Well,
look
true.
into it.
It definitely wasn't scientific, but it made you think and made you feel that you're not the only one, and
Yeah.
you're not the problem.
I'm not the problem.
No.
So one other thing before we end, I actually saw a TikTok of the jobs that will still be around in 10 years. And I thought it was funny.
Okay.
So we'll end on this, if that's okay with you.
Is it in any jobs that we've had?
No, but we may want to look into.
Oh, okay.
All right, the first one, guy who reviews food in his car.
Yeah, this type of list. Okay.
Again, did no research, so that's not for me.
I don't want to do that.
No. I'm trying to do that TikTok for my dogs,
Oh, right.
and it's just really so exhausting. To have to like fucking record everywhere we go just so I have some I don't know how people do it. Like, am I just not the right generation for this?
Well, clearly, because here we were 10 minutes of trying to figure out mics and speakers and...
I don't know. All right, this one I think we can do. Organ donor. Mall Santa.
The malls are not even around anymore.
We still have malls here. Maybe not where you are, but...
I mean, the big one downtown just closed. It had one shop left, and it just closed this past weekend.
Yeah, because your downtown is like a shithole now.
Yeah,
It doesn't thrive like it used to.
No, and it's very unfortunate. One, because it drives down the price of my house, so...
Which is very important.
Yeah. Because once it hits a certain number, I'm putting a for sale sign on it.
Do it. You can come live with me.
Mm.
And then we can podcast in the same room.
We'll get there someday.
All right. Number 4, which LinkedIn thinks I can do. Surgeon.
Oh, right.
Or, okay, we can do this. Clinical trial participant. Any drugs out there you're willing to...
I'll try anything once or twice.
Cult leader?
Yeah, then I'd have to reach out to people. That's not for me.
Yeah, that's not down our... We'd have
No.
to... Going back to the 5 reasons
Yeah.
why you don't have friends.
Yeah.
5 reasons why you can't be a cult leader.
That's pretty much it.
Plumber, which we're always going to have toilets. So.
I did hear that blue collar jobs are becoming more prominent, I guess.
Yeah.
Because all the houses and stuff being built, so carpenters, plumbers, electricians will always be needed because...
Yeah. That's something you can't,
Yet.
do with AI.
Yeah, yet.
Or machine,
Yeah.
factories or whatever. Professional athlete. Maybe in my younger years.
My joints are too stiff now.
I know.
I
If I
could
go for a
even-
long walk, my legs hurt.
I couldn't even get out of bed this morning because I did that long walk down the
so much
waterfront.
yesterday.
Yes.
Politician or criminal, same thing.
Same thing. I could do both.
They're listed on here as 9 and 10. So politician, criminal.
Oh. Yeah.
I mean,
Well-
I've had those thoughts where I was like, what would I do to get away with a crime? Could I? But I feel like in this day and age, it's so hard to get away with crimes because there's cameras everywhere.
Yes.
People record everything with their phones.
Yeah, I don't understand how people get away with it. Still no email. Well, remember, when I put my resume through ChatGPT of what job should I apply for, and it told me chief of staff, according to my resume. So I applied for a handful of them. It already heard back from one saying, sorry, but you never know.
Oh my God, could you imagine if you actually got that? That was the job you actually got. And then you'd get into it and you'd be like, well, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Help me, Veronica. And I'd be like, I can't help you with this one. On your own.
I only had you help me with a job once. Or one job, not one time, but...
One job multiple times.
Hey, you knew that stuff, I didn't.
Number 11, priest. I mean, you're pretty much a priest.
Yeah. I could be a nun. The word says it all. Nun.
None.
Yeah.
Or dog breeder. That's the last one. Because there's always going to be people out there buying dogs.
No. I don't want to mess with dog mess.
Yeah, that's a whole thing. All right.
Well,
That's the end of this week's episode. Thanks for listening. You can also find us on YouTube and Instagram. Catch us again next week.